Hey there, welcome to our channel. This is the very first video that we're putting out as men who live in an urban context who love to backpack in a rural and secluded space. This is my son Elijah, my name is Paul, and we are backpacking enthusiasts. And so what we wanted to do today is we are preparing for a 10-night, 11-day, 100-plus mile, point A to point B through hike in Montana's Bitterroot-Selway wilderness area in a week or two. And as we're preparing for that trip, which will be one of many we've had in that area, we just wanted to share with you our basic gear for what you must have with you and on you to survive a multi-day, multi-mile backpacking trip. So first, let's talk about backpacks.
Yeah, so a backpack is the most important part of your backpacking experience, because if you don't have a good bag that's comfortable to you and fitted to you, it's going to be a very, very rough trip. So this year I'm going to be using for the first time ever my Gregory Zulu 55. This is a brand new bag I just got. I've only been able to use it for like a couple small little hikes here and there just to kind of try it out, and thus far it's super comfortable. I love it. It's really great. It's an interior frame bag. It's got this really nice meshing so my back can breathe. I'm really excited to use it.
Yeah, I've been using this Deuter bag for about 5 or 6 years. Before that, I had an Osprey that I wore out, both great brands. This Deuter, similar to Elijah's, it's a little bit bigger, 65 liter. It's called the Air Contact internal frame bag. It's so important, like Elijah said, to have a quality bag. They're not cheap. Elijah's bag was
$130.
Mine is about $185, $190, I think. But it's one of those investments that's worth it, because if you have a cheap bag or a bag that doesn't fit you well, it's sort of like having a pebble in your shoe on a long walk. It's better to spend the money you need to get a great bag to make the trip that much more enjoyable.
Yeah.
Let's talk about day packs.
So for us, we do a lot of day hiking. We do a lot of summits. We hit a lot of like mountains and things. So it's really important for us to have a good day pack. And day packs are not supposed to be anything fancy. We just want a lightweight, small bag that can fit things. So mine's a Gregory, same brand as my backpack, because it actually goes with my backpack. It fits in if I need to have like a water bladder or anything. But it's a really great bag, super small, really lightweight, just a little cinch sack, very simple.
Mine does not come with the built-in bag, so I just bought one of your basic Eddie Bauer backpacks you can buy as you're going through the checkout line at any Eddie Bauer store. It's about 15 bucks. It breaks down into a little self-contained pouch. But when you're hitting a summit or you're going to go out for a day hike, you want to have some safety material. You want to have an emergency blanket, water, food, jacket. These are great for that. Next, we want to talk about footwear. Equally important on a long trip is footwear. Eli and I have kind of spanned the gamut with footwear over the years. I've gone as far as a $300 Garmont mountaineering boot. Great boot, sturdy, hardy. But for a long trip, it can be really, really hard.
And then we've also both tried out these mid-grade, solid, sturdy, high-top ankle shoes. This is a Merrell. I've been using this shoe for the past like 2 years. It's a great shoe. It's served me well. It's just these shoes are so warm. They're so gunk-filling, and there's a struggle with them, which is they're waterproof. So waterproof shoes, when they get wet, they fill up and they do not dry. It's very difficult to dry out a waterproof shoe. And so we've just been able to recognize that you are gonna get water in your shoes. And so doing a very long trip with water in your shoes is no fun. So that's why we've switched over to these lighter, better, less waterproof shoes.
Yeah, these are called Ultras. We like them. These are hardy. They're good for their own purpose. But for a long trip, 100-plus mile trip, we're going to be a lot of off-trail work. We want to have lighter shoes. So these Ultras, they have a good toe box, great traction. There's a hardy sole, so your feet don't get beat up underneath. We're willing to risk rolling an ankle and have wet feet for a day, because at night when you pull out the sole with wet shoes that aren't waterproof, they dry up in just a matter of minutes. So every day you can start with dry shoes, which is what we prefer.
Yeah. And they have a great gripping surface on the bottom, so anything that you can throw at these shoes, they're going to be able to grab on, and you'll be having great traction the whole time.
It's just as equally important as good shoes as good socks. And so I just want to encourage you, like you can do research on this, but a good backpacking sock, a wool blend, like a merino wool blend or a good polyester nylon blend sock is super important. I would encourage you to spend upwards of $15 to $20 for a good pair of socks, and bring 2 on every trip, at least 2. It's important because you don't want to go with cheap socks, because blisters are no fun.
Oh no.
Let's talk about underwear, right? So when you go on a backpacking trip, you want good, don't wear cotton underwear, wear a nylon, spandex, a sweat wicking, breathable underwear, any sort of brand, Fruit of the Loom, it doesn't matter. Make sure there's a good long leg on your underwear so that your legs don't chafe. And we need to talk a little bit about what else we wear when we're backpacking.
Yeah. So pants, let's talk pants. So pants, they're super important for backpacking because you kind of don't want your legs to get ripped to shreds. That's why you have these pants. And the thing is, these pants, they get ripped to shreds instead of your legs. So that's
right.
why we've decided not to spend crazy amounts of money on our pants. We recognize that no matter what the brand of the pants is, they're still going to get torn up, beat up, holes burnt in them by your sparks of their fire. And so we go with the no-name brand, very lightweight, fast drying, zippable pants that you can turn into shorts. They're great. They last 3 years and you can throw them out and buy a new pair. It's not like you're going to cry over it. And for me, since I'm quite a skinny little dude, I have to wear a belt because most pants don't quite fit around my waist well. And so I use this nice aluminum Eddie Bauer belt, super low profile, just a flat, right against my waistline belt. And this way it won't stab into me when I have my backpack wrapped around my waist. And it's a really great belt, holds up my pants, it'll last me well.
Yeah, and then let's talk a little bit about what you wear on top. I always like to bring at least 2 layers. So I like to have a t-shirt layer. This is just a North Face shirt I've had for many years. It's a breathable, sweat-wicking shirt. It's great to have a t-shirt to wear around, but in the mountains, it gets cold at night. So it's always good to have a good, hardy, long sleeve option. This year I'm just bringing this Nike shirt my daughter bought me. It's an athletic shirt. It wicks sweat. It's a little bit thicker, so it provides a significant layer because when that sun goes down in the mountains, the temperatures drop severely. We also want to talk a little bit about coats, and so we always think it's good to bring a down layer.
Yeah, down is super lightweight, super warm. It keeps you very, very warm. This stuff is great. Like, you can pack it down as tight as you can possibly get it. This jacket I have here, it's an Eddie Bauer jacket. It even came with a little stuff sack, so it comes down into a little pouch this big, and I can throw it in my bag, and it lasts me. It's lasted me like 3 years so far.
Yeah, I've had this one for about 10 or 12 years. It's an old, beat-up Mountain Hardwear synthetic down jacket. It weighs nothing. Same thing. I can crush it down. Throw it in that day pack when I'm hitting a summit, because in the summit, the wind blows and it can get really cold.
Yeah.
It's also important, if you're going to wear it down, you have to have some sort of an outer.
Yeah, because down does not do well with rain.
So we recommend bypassing the inexpensive plastic $5 parka that you can buy at any sporting goods store, and we really recommend investing in good quality rain gear.
Yeah, I have a Cabela's brand rain jacket, not crazy expensive, only 50 bucks. Just got it the other day.
I got a North Face. It's basically the same exact model. It's not water resistant, waterproof. You want to get a waterproof rain gear, and it's good to get a hood so you can throw that hood up if you're walking in the midst of rain.
Yeah. And this year, in an effort to stay even more dry than I was before, I have bought these waterproof pants. These will be going over my legs this year to keep me away from all that rain that'll be on the leaves as I walk by. And so I'm really excited to use these because it sucks to have your legs just soaked and your pants sticking to your legs. So I'm really excited to try these out. Haven't been able to use them on a trip yet, but I've been wearing them around the house and they fit pretty well, and I'm excited to try them out.
I'm probably going to find a pair of rain pants as well. I was thinking about not having a pair this year, but I think I'm going to. Lastly, just get a good wool cap or a stocking cap, any generic. This is an Under Armour winter cap. It's good to have this at nighttime when you're sleeping, or if it's cold on a summit to have one of these. And you know what? It's not going to get below freezing most likely, and even if it does, just any sort of just thin gloves. You don't need big, thick winter gloves. Just grab an extra pair of gloves.
Yeah. So thank you so much for tuning into our video. We'll be right back in probably not that long. We're going to upload another video pretty soon here about the gear that we put into our bags when we go backpacking. Today we were just talking about the outerwear, the backpacks, that sort of stuff. So thank you so much for tuning into this first video. We hope you guys can come back again. We're going to try and upload as many videos as we possibly can. Well, have a great day. Thanks for tuning in.
See you on the mountain.